Right, after yesterday's video where I can't connect to my car because of the remote, we're going to see if we can. So let's see if he's been given some time. Now he is indoors, which is a bit unfair because the old SIM card might not be able to see the car. So let's just have a quick look whether we go on the app and just see whether he's still sleeping. So there we go, there's the Stig. If I go to remote, it's asleep. It's currently low power mode due to inactivity. So let's have a look. So I have restarted the car once already, but let's get him outside, start him up and see if he can. Now Kevin did say that if we get the car, we should be able to, he said double lock it worked on his, so we'll see if that works. Let's get him out. Alright, come on Sleeping Beauty. I've woken you up now. Let's get you outside. Just to try not to crash into Harry's van. Right, and we're definitely got to be in sight of the elements now. So let's park her up. Now let's see with it unlocked and running whether the remote will work. That will be an interesting exercise. Let's have a look. Right, so we're outside now. Remote. Now the vehicle's asleep. Well, clearly it's not asleep. Oh, there we go. Vehicle's in use. There we go. The remote features are unavailable. Okay, so it doesn't want to be asleep, and it doesn't want to be. It wants to be in that delicate position that it's not asleep and is not awake. Right, and here we go. Right, so let's have a look now. Well, remote. Vehicle in use. Well, yeah. No, it's gone back to asleep. Hold on. Right, I've got to tap in my PIN code. Here we go. Or I can use Touch ID. Here we go. Let's have a look. So we are now on. Right, so let's just go back to the home. We're on the Stig. Remote. Hold to start climate. Right, let's have a look what else we've got on here. We got the door locks, so we can lock the door now. There you go. Door's locked. There you go. Now, they obviously unlock. I've locked myself in now. Right, so what we now need to do is to see whether it goes asleep. So we now know it works in that bit between sleep and not in use. So let me leave the car outside and see if it's doing the asleep thing, or whether that's just like an initial bug that somehow I managed to get it into. Let's get outside and see if beep and flash work as well. This is what I was trying to do. So the whole idea is that if you're stuck in a car, if you're in a car park, one of those big car parks somewhere, and you can't find your car, you can go to the flash and beep. Sorry, that's not very good at me. Go to flash and beep, and then if I hold this, it should do some sort of holding it. It's requesting. Look, there you go. So you can find your car in a car park. It makes that mild beeping noise. It doesn't sound the horn or anything. There you go. So we've got hold and beep. We've got climate. Okay, so we can set this. It says the engine will start to power the climate. So can I do a remote start? Let's have a look. So we can target temperature. If we set the target temperature up, someone did ask me to do a video on this. Let me set the target as 23. And then hold the climate to start. Apparently it's going to start my car and warm it up for me. Let's have a look. Vehicle's in use. Hold on a minute. The vehicle's not in use. It's there. I'm still outside. Maybe I'll lock it. Let's see if we lock it and do that. So, right, hold on then a minute. Sorry about this. Is a painful video, but there you can enjoy the pain with me. Right, so let's go remote. Let's go door lock. Door lock. Slide down. It's locked it. It's not in use to lock it. Right, now let's go back onto climate then. Climate, so. Holding down, engine will start to power climate. Whoa, so when it says in use, I think it means doors not locked. So it's a bit buggy, the software. But look, what I've done now is I've set the target temperature for, and it's going to warm it up until it gets to 23 degrees C. So that's quite cool. You've got the remote stop. Now, I guess the reason it should say it's locked, and it makes sense if you think about it, because if it's a cold winter's morning, you want to start your car, but you don't necessarily want it unlocked, because I guess someone could get in and drive it off possibly. So they obviously want you to lock it, but why it couldn't lock it or tell you to lock it first, why it said vehicle in use, I'm a bit confused. But again, we'll post these videos up, and clunks and all, and maybe someone at Land Rover might be watching it and might be able to give us some pointers. So right, what have we learned? We have learned that, I don't know what we've learned. It was buggy yesterday. All we've done is park it in the garage overnight. I did stop it and start it yesterday. Now what we've got to try, the final bit of this test, is to see if I leave it for 5 minutes locked, whether it goes into a low power mode and disables the remote. So that's my next test. Right, so we've used the remote a few times today. It's now evening time, and it's behaved impeccably. So that problem we had with it sleeping was just the first initial thing. We did yesterday unlock it, lock it outside, but for some reason it's now caught up with itself, which is kind of cool, I guess. So if we just try the app again now, let's just test it. So this is us, this is the stick. And if we go on the remote at the bottom there, sorry, touch ID for the remote, which is with my hand. Let's go. Right, so there you go. So we've got everything there. We can lock it, unlock it. It's not doing its sleeping trick anymore. So she is Sleeping Beauty no more. And in fact, what I can show you now, so we've got the climate. We looked at that earlier. We got the locking. We looked at that. Beep and flash. We can do all of that now. So that's all open to us. And then we've also got journeys now. So I've done a couple of journeys. So it can show us, so it'll show you the journeys we've taken, and it will show you that on a map. And this is also available on the online account, so I can log in on the computer and it shows me where I've gone to and the mileage and everything. So this could be useful if you're doing trips and you're claiming mileage allowance or something. You can do all your mileage. So there we go. We got there in the end. We've got the app working, the remote. And this is particularly handy if someone borrows your car. We had this with the Range Rover Sport. The body shop took it, and it turned out they went for a complete drive around everywhere and visited all their friends, which was a bit embarrassing when I confronted them with it then. So yeah, this is quite an interesting app. It's quite a good feature. One little thing I will add at the end, I think Land Rover could improve the app. I think when it says it's busy, when really they mean you've got to lock the car, I think that could be better. And some of the things where you've got to press the back button when you select which vehicle you've got, that could be easier. And also when they say the vehicle's asleep, they might want to add a little bit there to say lock and unlock the vehicle. It might take 24 hours. I don't know what the asleep thing, I can't see why saying your car's asleep would ever be a good thing to say. I'm not sure how that helps, but that's just my feedback. I may have done something weird, they may on that out, but hopefully by making some of these comments. And also with the app, there's a little cool bit I found on the app actually, where you can actually send feedback to. Let me show you that bit. There we go. So yeah, so you have to go to the home screen and then go more, and then you can go. There you go, there was a thing here, app feedback, you see, so there we go. So there's an app feedback where it sends an email to them. So what I've done is I've emailed this video to the app feedback. So let's see if the app feedback people get back to us. That'll be interesting. I will do another video on some of these other things, because if I go here on subscriptions, it tells me the subscriptions I've got. I'm not sure if that's focused. So the next one is the connected navigation. So this will, for the next 3 years until the 3rd of July 2023, that will update maps. So that will, I've got the online pack with data. I've got no idea what this does. So we will do some videos. We've got the remotes, we've got that. This online pack, and it says, we're going to stay connected and we'll enjoy access to everything. And it's got this thing called integrated with Pivi Pro, and I've got no idea what Pivi Pro is. So we are going to play with that, and I'll try and play with it a bit more so it's a bit clearer what we're doing. I'll do some more videos on the, what is it called again? Look at that, the Pivi Pro, and see what benefits that brings us. So that's all my subscriptions. We'll work that out. There you go, waffling on. That is the Land Rover InControl set up on our new Defender. Sleeping Beauty, she is no more. She's back to the stick.